got one, and today, is a special day. Last episode we talked about, man, we hit that Jordan, we hit that 23. But if you
Mhm.
know me, you know that I'm on that Mamba mentality, baby. And we on episode 24. Rangers of the Grid. We ain't in Colorado. We ain't in Denver. Ain't nobody getting hurt and making claims. But that's okay. That's
Oh,
here nor there because we all about Kobe Bryant. And we
okay.
all about Cosmic Fury. And we all about, you know what? We all about this Master Morpher, okay?
This Master Morpher.
That
This
one
thing
right
right behind
there.
me. This
That one
thing.
right there. We're
That.
hearing this one right
That.
here.
That. That. So beautiful.
Yeah,
Thing of beauty.
it's amazing. And let's start off talking about that now. How cool is it that we said it here, like we joined Hasbro Pulse Premium
Yeah.
member for this, and well worth it. But
Yes.
also, dude, this wasn't like other pre-orders. This came fast.
Yeah. Like it surprised me. Like, because I know whenever you hear people like, "Ooh, pre-orders are available now," but then it's like you ain't gonna get it for like another what, like 6 months almost. It feels
Yes.
like. And I wasn't. And honestly, I remember when they said, "Oh yeah, it's in stock, ready to like ship and everything." Like, oh, okay. I was like low key expecting it, like, oh, okay, I'll probably get it like later in like October or something. I was like, shoot, maybe I'll get it by my birthday. No, dude, this came yesterday, which is what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's great.
And like some people that lived closer to their factory got it before us. Like they got
Yeah,
it last week. We're in California, so if they're shipping from like
makes
where was
sense.
this from, Marcus? Like Pennsylvania, New York, something like that.
Yeah, somewhere over
East
there.
Coast, right? East Coast.
Yeah, and then ours got delayed. Like first they said it was coming early, then we were both all hecka hyped about it, and then I
Mm-hmm.
remember seeing a thing. I was like, wait, there's an exception. It's like a weather delay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh,
Because of course, it had to rain that weekend.
yeah. The one
It's,
time it's gonna rain,
I
and then
know.
and what's funny is like the FedEx like plant it's coming from. Bro, I drive by there 3 times a week. Oh, 6 times a week.
Yeah, a little Durham.
To and from Chico. I'm like, oh, there it is.
Yeah. Um, I just thought it was funny. I'm super glad I got it. I ended up
Oh,
getting two. Like I've told Marcus this. I got two,
mhm.
and I got it because I remember he was having trouble getting his like to work.
Uh,
So I was like, you know what? I got two, and we're gonna see what happens.
well, that was the plan. We were gonna do that if one of us couldn't get it. We were gonna try to get two. So then that way
Yeah.
the other one was good. And it would not work on the app. Like I had it, open it at that time. I'm clicking on it and it's going, but right when it got to checkout, it's like just loading, loading, loading. And I'm like having to like not empty the cart, but like exit out the entire app, shut it down, and then I open back up. The cart's empty, try to go back, do it again. And it's just get that checkout and it wouldn't go. And then finally I was like, let me just try the laptop real quick. Boom.
And man, I had to freaking, basically have my students work independently.
Y'all go over here and do your work.
Yep. Even
Go.
got I ordered it, I believe, through the app because it went
Yeah.
way faster than the website.
Dude, the app wasn't working for me, but the website was boom, 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 done.
That's funny. It was the
It was
opposite for
cool.
me.
So,
But we got them. I have this extra one now,
ooh,
so I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. We'll see. Who knows? I can hold it,
you can hold it,
sell it.
sell it. That could
I
be
guess
the thing we raffle off. I don't know if we hit 1,000,
do a nice giveaway.
but
A
we got
very
to make it
sick
worth it. Hey,
giveaway.
hey, we make it worth it though. It's like write me a five a 5 paragraph essay, cite some sources why you should get this master.
Honestly, if you get to 1,000, that'd be pretty sweet.
I feel like it would, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll
We'll see
see.
what happens.
I don't know. I am holding on to it, holding steady.
I don't blame you.
It's pretty sick because a part of me too is like, what if I want to be like selfish
Yeah,
and just be like, I'm gonna display it with my two favorite coins in it.
but guess what? That's your right to do so. You
Yeah.
bought it.
So who
It's
knows?
yours.
Who knows,
So what?
right? Like who
So what?
knows?
You're
Yeah.
not you're not indebted to like give it to
Anything or
someone
yeah.
else or make sure someone else gets it. No.
But it, who knows? I think it's sick. Like even the box is cool, bro. Like I was showing my wife, I was like, "This is for 18 and up." It says on
Dude,
there.
when I opened it, I was like, it's like that sigh of like a damn, but then like a damn, this is like all
Cool.
the dams.
It's so cool. Like
It
honestly,
is.
it's the ultimate morpher that I would want as far as like if Mighty Morphin type, right?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
a Mighty Morphin type. I think it like we said before, just me and you talking. It'd be cool to have more nostalgic morphers come out, right?
Oh yeah.
To do
Like
like Legacy had done.
yeah, like I know we got the Xenizers. That one
Mm-hmm.
like right on, like which is great. But like even like just the morphers alone are so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like those old school like sub basic honestly, I'm a big fan of a lot of morphers. There's the only ones I'm really not a fan of are like the cell phone ones.
Yeah.
I'm just
Fair.
not a fan. I mean, I remember Wild Force coming out. I'm like, ew. Like, like it was like, okay, that's kind of cool, but then I'm like, eh. But I remember when Zane had his in space, that was a cell phone.
Yeah. I like the in space morphers a lot.
Oh, those are cool.
Like on the strap.
I
Like
remember Lost Galaxy was cool too.
those are cool.
That little blue pistol in there.
There's just a lot of fun ones, man, and I think people would like it, even if they do. And I'm totally cool with this. Like, I kind of wish they would start doing this, like some companies do, limited run of only so many
Yeah.
made.
Yeah,
Like you said, Marcus, like if they did the HasLab thing, Ranger fans would totally have to step up.
they would.
Marcus, a huge old power axe blaster. This
Yeah.
would be like the ultimate weapon.
I feel like not only that, but it's just like this is possibly a test. I feel like right now Hasbro is almost like testing the fan
They
base.
might because I've heard some things though too that like Power Rangers isn't even on like the run sheet for like New York. I think is it New York Comic Con?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. They also haven't said like we're done. You know what I mean?
No,
What if
no.
what if they're just like, I don't know, taking a breather on it,
And
which is
I think that's
possible,
what it
right?
is because like the last thing I read was that it is going to be on a break, but until they come back with that like rebooted universe.
Mm.
And if that's it, okay. But they said that would probably start, or we'd probably see something from that in like 2025, which isn't honestly that long of a wait.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we'll see. I feel like the Funko Pops are kicking butt right now.
Yeah, good for them.
You know what I mean? Like they're really coming out with stuff for Funko, like this 30th anniversary.
Hmm.
I'm just surprised. I'm like, dang, that's a lot. Like,
What's up? You got to go
especially
outside?
considering.
You have to go outside? All right, hold up. I gotta go do like dad stuff right now.
I mean,
Where were we?
let's see. We was talking about like
Like,
Ranger stuff, the hot
yeah,
topics. Oh, where Rangers is gonna be. You were saying that
yeah,
there's a
yeah, yeah,
possibility of
yeah.
2025 for the like restarting basically the
Hmm.
franchise. By the way, I actually think it's kind of cool. Like I don't know. I guess I have to put a positive spin when I think about stuff sometimes. In my head, I'm like, man, with the way like technology is now, and we're gonna talk about the first two episodes here, Cosmic Fury.
Yep.
The way they shoot and do Power Rangers right now, I really like. And I think even and this isn't hurt like the originals. If anything, like this is actually makes them even more special. Um
Yeah.
is wow, you're so good that we're trying to replicate exactly what you had, right? And this happens a lot. But
Hmm.
I think it'd be really cool. Maybe a new design on the suits, right? A little bit of a new design, update
Yeah.
logos a little bit, and shoot the way that I'll say like this current season. And I took your advice and started watching the season before to get acclimated with the characters. If
Yeah.
they shot it those way, I'm like, wow, this would be awesome. A very timely show.
Yeah. And honestly, I'll say this: the 10, because I've like I know you're like about midway through Cosmic Fury. I've
Getting there.
watched it all the way. Like, dude, that day I watched it all. And it was, and I'll say this, and it's just straight up. This wasn't me like, oh, I have to watch this. I was watching it and I got to the point where I was so enthralled with how the way like the story was going and how it would end on these like moments, you know,
Hmm.
that like this show elevated to like that drama status of like, you remember how like, dude, episodes of Arrow would end on like almost like cliffhanger moment, that moment, like, oh, and then like boom, that's it. And you're like, wait,
Hmm.
no, I gotta see what's next. That's how I was. I was like, I gotta watch this, not because, oh, I'm a Ranger fan, I want to watch it all. Blah. No, I was watching because I'm like, they got me hooked.
Yeah, they got you, man.
They had me hooked, so I was watching it, man. And
Not a bad thing.
now that we're back talking about this again, I watched the first two episodes again, and I'm like, God dang, this was good.
Yeah, and it's not like a bad thing, man.
No,
I thought that it was timely, like, it's good. And well, shoot, should we just get in?
let's get. We already in. We already in,
Okay,
dog.
so like the main point of this episode, right?
Yeah.
This episode of Rangers of the Grid we're giving you is, we're excited about our Master Morphers because, like, let's be honest, anyone out there,
Look
like,
at that.
this is like one of the sickest items that they've made in ever. Like
Yes,
the moment it came out, yeah, like the moment it came out, Marcus over here representing his favorite,
I am.
and the,
It's my Ranger on our podcast image.
yeah, like
I know Thunder
that.
Black. I ain't put the batteries in yet, but
I got to get some triple A's, but
I know. Hey, who uses triple A's anymore, man? Thing of beauty. Thing of
just let me charge it. Come on.
right. I just put like a USB up in there and like charge it real quick.
Yeah, man. That, and we told you guys that in girls possibly. I haven't really looked at
Mhm.
the demographic yet. But that we were on to review the show, Cosmic Cure, Power Rangers Cosmic Cure, that just came out on
Mhm.
Netflix. And originally we were gonna do like an episode for each episode we of this. But since the episodes are kind of short, we figured we'd do two at a time,
Yeah.
right? Make it really easy to digest. And Marcus recommended to me, as I said earlier, hey man, go back and watch some Dino Fury so you get acclimated with what's going on
Yeah.
and the characters. Amazing
Yes.
advice. Amazing advice. I took it. I was like, okay, perfect. I felt it was really helpful, especially when I started watching. And I'm like, okay, like, I'm watching Dino Fury and I'm in it, right? Like I'm already like, God, I started about 8 episodes to the end.
Mhm.
Um, and I was like, okay, like let's get going on this. And when I did, and man, I totally understood what you were meaning. Like I think I will have to go back and watch the entire thing
Yeah.
just because you
It's
weren't kidding about how you were telling me how good it is. And I got to give you credit, man. Like you haven't steered me wrong whatsoever yet when it comes to this kind of stuff.
yeah. I know I'm giving you some iffy stuff like RPM, but yeah,
But
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 like I told
that
you,
yeah,
you got to go back to it. And once
I
you
know.
do, and once you finish it all the way out, I think that's when it'll click. Because
Hmm.
it's a very slow burn. It's one of those things like you got to see it all, and then okay. But yeah, dude, um, Dino Fury. I was
Hmm.
very because I knew it was like this was like Hasbro. Because well, this is the interesting thing because now this is like full Hasbro. Like Beast Morphers before season one of Beast Morphers was half Neo Saban, half Hasbro. Then season two, full Hasbro. But let's be real, it's kind of weird to do like you're gonna do continuation, but it's like its own thing. This was, you still have to kind of follow what was set up by that collaborative effort. Whereas
Hmm.
now this whole team, this is pure Hasbro. So now we're really starting to see Hasbro's idea
Hmm.
for Rangers for the franchise. And then not only that, season two moving to Netflix, where you get a little more freedom.
Yeah.
And they did. And I felt everything about this was moving in the right direction. Like I said, I know I say this a lot, but I truly feel this is that almost testing like, hey, maybe Cosmic Fury is an example of something we'll get in the future. This was like the testing waters of that.
Yeah, and man, I don't know, like I think it's hitting for me really well. Like it's fun. Like I told
Mhm.
you, like right now the chances I really get to watch it. I like it and I'm paying attention a lot. It's obviously I think it's due to the show as well that we do right here.
Yeah,
A little more detailed, right? We pay more attention to
yeah,
certain things. Uh and man, Dino Fury, like I was just like, whoa, this is like a really good show. And I'm
Mhm.
just watching the ending. So I could only imagine the
Yeah.
character building that was happening right
I'll
beforehand.
say this: what I've noticed so far about Cosmic, like Dino Fury and then Cosmic Fury, it's all sort of like Dino Fury, like season one. This is all like a three-story arc. Like, here's like the introductory season one, and even though they follow your typical like season, have a sort of like conclusion towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, of course, they leave stuff like, ooh, here's a little hook because we're going to go into this second season. It still kind of could be seen as like a complete season, but it's like your very introductory stuff. Then season two, now we're getting more on the like character building, like a lot, and the depth of stuff. And that's breeding out and fleshing out. So then now with Cosmic Fury, this is the third act. So this is just action. And that's, let's be real, that's how the first episode started.
Well, and man, like I'm 100%. I think you're right. Let's talk about it. This first episode, dude. This first episode kicks off with like this awesome
Right?
fight. This fight is going on. That's what it is, right? It's a fight,
Mm-hmm.
man. And it's like, whoa, wait, what? Like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
Right?
You've got
And
the Dino Fury team. You've got the Morphin Masters there.
mhm.
Like Billy.
Yeah, and I was thinking this too, man, because I was like, whoa, like, what is going on? Like these, like
It's,
right away, right? They're fighting right away.
yeah.
Um, and I was kind of taken aback by it. I was like, whoa, this is surprising to me
Mm-hmm.
personally. I was very surprised. And then they're just getting it on, and the fight scene already to me was like, okay, this is good, right?
Yeah.
Like this was a good fight scene.
Yeah.
Very much like you said, like I did get like, I don't want to say a once and always feel per se, but I do think like that's how it's shot. But
Mm-hmm.
Dino Fury was shot similar, but I got a little more of that now watching this.
Yeah. Cosmic Fury definitely has more of a feel of Once and Always.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially because like just like Once and Always, this is like American made. So, there's a
Yeah,
few
and
Japanese footage stuff like with the Zords and stuff, but
and
it's
it's just funny. There is like a difference though. Like you can
mhm.
feel it when you watch the
And
show.
guess what? It's not bad. It's not
No,
bad.
no, I liked it honestly.
Mhm.
It made it very entertaining. Uh, I just got to say, like Zed, Lord Zed, I think just comes across really well.
Yeah.
Like he's still, and this is probably why they brought him back. He still, to me, like has this. He looks like the ultimate villain.
He-
They even made him a little bigger. He looks more buffed up.
But is he as buff as he was when he first came back in season one of Dino Fury? Because when he came there, everyone was like, dude,
Okay,
that was thick in that one.
I
This
don't
one he
know.
looks
He's
more like
pretty.
he
The
still looks big, but like not as big as he was. I think they should.
he got running back legs in this one. He got Saquon Barkley legs. Like
Yeah, he do. He
his
do.
legs are huge, bro. Like they
Mhm.
put my tree trunks to shame.
I feel like though this is a good like balance of Zed, not so much of like we remember, dude, like Mighty Morphin, dude came off hot and was like to the point people were legit scared, parents complaining. So then they're like, okay, we got to ease him up,
Mm-hmm.
put Rita
You're
with
right.
him, love interest, and then they soften him up. But it was almost a little too soft. I feel like this is a good medium because you got him like, no, I'm destroying these Rangers. I'm gonna get in there and do stuff myself.
Mm-hmm.
But then also he's like, I gotta deal with these people because they're kind of funding my mission to defeat the Rangers. So I gotta put up with them. I don't want to
Hmm.
because I'm still the dude in charge, you know. So there's still I feel like this is a great balance. This is great Zed.
Yeah, I think you're hitting it spot on, Marcus, when it comes to that stuff because like this is Zed like on overload. Is that a
Well,
bad saying for this?
no, but imagine like how great it is that he's actually fighting.
Yeah, and I like that a ton, bro, because
Mm-hmm.
we didn't get a lot of him fighting originally
Oh
back in the day.
no, like it was
And
always
now,
like Goldar or Rito, but even when those generals fought, it was kind of like a big deal.
hmm
But now, like, look at when the main boss would fight, and like we didn't get that really in like the Saban era,
hmm
but we did in like the Disney era. That was the thing Disney era did, but very well. They did a lot of things very well. But one of the best things was when the villain would come in and fight, you knew it was like, oh, like okay, we need to stop
yeah.
because like they always have everyone else doing it. Send in the nameless, the nameless
hmm
drones that they have. Now you're it's like generals, no, you're monsters, then you're generals, and now they'll go. No, this is like he's doing it himself, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Um, and he's kicking butt still.
Yeah.
Like, but it makes sense, right? Like, I thought about that a few times. Like, there was a couple times, in these first two episodes, Billy, Billy wants to get at it with him,
Yeah.
and man, he just ain't having it, right? Like, it's not a thing with him. He's like, nah, not happening. Sorry, pal. Don't
Mm-hmm.
know what to tell you. Like, sorry, Billy, it's not happening. But I wanted to say this too to you. At the end of Dino Fury, I told you there's so many episodes. I could tell already there was a shift coming,
Yeah.
a shift in focus a little bit. And I'm gonna say this real quick. Amazing ending. Uh Automatically puts I might say his name wrong. You can help me.
Yep.
Zato, right? Uh Puts him into me a really good category in the Red Ranger spot now.
Yeah.
Right? He made an ultimate sacrifice that like I
I
don't know
told
how
you,
many
dude,
make.
that finale, bro, that season two Dino Fury finale was incredible.
Yeah, like that sacrifice, I was like, whoa. Like
Yeah.
that doesn't happen all the time.
No.
That's not like a normal Ranger how they do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually really like that a lot. So I thought that was a really good one. I also liked how they gave I know her like social media name a little better. Like Hunter,
Amelia.
yeah. I know
Yeah.
her social media name a little better. She
That's
posts a
cool.
lot. No,
Yeah.
but she posts like she was the one posting the countdowns for the
Yeah.
show on X. And like her character was getting a ton of shine, which makes sense because now in Cosmic Fury, she's like the lead, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Like not just I'm saying leader, but like the lead as far as the show.
Mm-hmm.
Um Ollie too, that's been a fun story so far. The
Yeah.
Ollie stuff. Very interesting. I like it.
It not spoiling stuff. It's good because you never know
Yeah.
where it's going.
hmm
You can't tell. You think it's going one way, and then they swerve you, and then you
Yeah,
think,
and
okay, well, it's gonna go here. Then you swerve again, and it's like, well, wait, is this? Could this? And you never know.
yeah, man. That's what I kept thinking this whole time. And like the way that Zed comes in, bro, Zed comes hot, right? And they lose their guy, right? As soon as they get him
Huh?
back, he's gone, right? Zato's gone, right?
It's insane. You know what I'll say? What's crazy too about that, which is great. Um, the going back to the ending of Dino Fury season two,
Mm-hmm.
That whole ending scene where it's like, hey, the Morphin Masters need us on a mission. We got to go. And they're like, all right, bet, let's go. And then they do that whole more like that little power stance, and that's how it ends.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that was filmed without them even knowing Cosmic Fury was happening. For real,
Whoa.
like I think the show, like the producers knew that they were gonna do it with them, but the actors didn't. Like they straight said, Tessa Rao, who plays Green Ranger Izzy, she put on there like
Oh,
a video, like saying like we finished this and we were like, this is our last time in the suits. Like they were crying, because it's like they're done. And then it's
wow.
like, and then she's like, but little did we know. And then like it was like time passed, and then they're like, well, hey, we're doing a third season, and this is what it is. You guys are coming back.
Dang.
So they didn't even know. So they ended it thinking that was it. So imagine, dude, that ending. And so now to me, which makes cause and like them starting off in that battle, I
Mm-hmm.
honestly look at now at Cosmic Fury. It is the extended, this is the like extended final like season finale of shows. So like think of like Countdown to Destruction. You know how like a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times with like season finales we'll get like a two-parter, sometimes maybe a three-part episode.
Oh yeah.
I feel like this, knowing that, seeing it now as like playing it out like beginning, middle, end, instead of just doing like a hey, we're just gonna cram all this stuff as a finale, wrap stuff up like in 2 to 3 episodes, or sometimes even just one.
Yeah.
Here it all is in 10 episodes.
I'm liking it so far. You're right though,
It's
Marcus, because
so
every episode, like from the first one I saw it, it feels like a finale.
yeah, it's it just all this is all Cosmic Fury is the finale for the Dino Fury team, for that team. And I'm saying Dino
That's
Fury team
fun. It's
because
cool.
let's be real. Right now, I know it's Cosmic Fury, but in these first 2 episodes, they ain't got their powers yet.
What was the
They're not
season?
Cosmic Rangers.
What was the season in Arrow that Slade came?
Season 2.
Okay, bro, there was a string. It felt like a lot of like a season at one point that like felt everything felt like a finale.
Yeah, because of how much stuff was
From
going on.
the moment mom got stuck when they watched, but from like that moment to the end was just like you remember I told you, Marcus, I would like at the time I stayed up like all night long watching
Yeah.
because it was
Dude,
like so good.
I love how because you watched it like that, like so, because that's after when I got you into it.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching it weekly. I don't have to watch like wait, no, I need to know what happens now. That's why I'm kind of glad Cosmic Fury is all 10 at once. But now I'm kind of sad because
Yeah, yeah,
now I watch it and I'm like, well, great. Now it's over for now. But yeah.
yeah.
But back to this episode. Can we talk about how crazy it is? Chance, sorry, no, that's an actor's name, Chance Perez. Um, Javi, bro lost
Okay.
his arm.
Dude, Marcus, that tripped me out because that's not like a normal Power Ranger thing.
No, and it's like I was really in. I will say this: I'm not let down. I wasn't let down by it. Because I remember seeing the promo pictures. I remember telling you, I was like, dude, he's got like a robot arm. Like he's losing his arm somehow, or something's happening. And I was waiting the whole time. I'm like, how is this? How are they going to do it? I felt like once they showed how was, I'm like, oh, okay, that's how it's going to happen with the staff. The Morphin Master
Mhm.
staff. He's gonna, jam it in there. The light, all that. I get that. Especially the name of the episode makes sense now. Lightning strikes.
Mhm.
Lightning struck, took off his arm. But I was kind of, I think part of me wanted it to be a little more like graphic, a little more gruesome, because it was just like a boom. Oh, my, like I fell back. Oh, I don't have my arm. Okay. like,
Oh,
like the jacket, like the sleeve wasn't even really tattered or anything. It's like, brother, you just got zapped by some cosmic like lightning.
you're just gonna be like,
This
"Hi,
ain't regular
everybody."
lightning.
You're gonna be
Yeah,
like,
he's
"Oh
just like,
boy,
oh, I
hi,
lost my arm.
everybody."
And he's like, oh, my arm. And then they're like, he's going into shock. Quick, like
Mhm.
it's just like,
I actually like that part though. That's what's
no, it was
funny.
good. No, like don't get me wrong. I like it. I like that they did it because it's So like we said, it's darker. They've never done stuff like that before in Rangers, so it's great. I just thought, I'm like, there it is. And you'll notice this the more you go on and watch stuff, even though this is very new territory with what they're doing with the show, there's
Hmm.
still, and there's no filler episodes, there's still stuff in here that you could see. I'm like, that's classic Power Ranger stuff. Like the kind of like, I just lost my arm, like kind of bad
Yeah.
acting. It's not
Yeah.
great, but
Yeah.
it's like a dude, that's just classic Ranger stuff though. And then like there will be stuff in here that you'll see there like, oh, this would definitely have been a filler episode or something they did just on the episode, like, hey, we need to just move stuff along. We got an
Hmm.
episode count we need to hit, but they incorporate it in a way that's like, this has to get done. And I'm like, that's great. So
No,
yeah.
that's awesome. I like that actually, that aspect of Power Ranger stuff. How they do that. But yeah, dude, like that blew my mind a little bit, Marcus, that he lost his arm like that.
Yeah.
I was
Almost
like,
got bye.
what? Yeah, I was like, wait, what? And like it make like story wise, it makes so much sense. Like, why would you not lose his arm? They're
Right.
telling him, they're telling him what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't do that, man. Like, this is what's gonna happen. And he lost it clean. I was like, dude, okay, this guy loses his arm clean,
It's
which I
just
shouldn't laugh
gone.
about, but it's like, dude, it's gone. Like, its arm's gone. And
Yeah,
I'm
it's not
like,
like, oh,
what
here's
the
like a little
heck?
nub, like some burnt stuff, or look like chopped off like candy, man. No, it's just gone.
Dude, that's what I said. I'm like, what is going on? Like, his arm's just gone. Like, I was like, okay, cool, man. It's just gone like that.
Cool, man.
Like,
Cool,
um,
man. You just lost an arm.
yeah, like what the heck? And the whole Ollie thing I thought worked out well.
Yeah.
The ending to the episode was really good though. You seeing the Zords, right?
Dude, how sick is it's something about when those Zords pop out, like when
Mm-hmm.
they summon them, it just seems so cool. Like the music changes and it gets all epic, and it's just like, here they come.
Oh, you got excited, huh?
Yeah, it's just it's something about like that portal opens and that music, and it's got that kind of like almost like ethereal sort of like epicness behind it. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's so cool. Like, yeah, I really, I really enjoy like when they come out because it's like when that music hits, it almost the song music honestly reminds me of a Roman's theme song. Like it has like that final boss feel.
Okay, for sure. I can see that.
Yeah,
Now that you say that, I get that a lot now. I get that actually a lot more than I thought I would.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
it's
it's like
like
when
it
they
is. It
pop
is final
in,
boss
they're
music.
like, it's done. It's like it's almost like these Zords are like the Zords, like almost like the most powerful ones in a sense.
Well, like, hold on, let me grab this.
Uh-oh, he gonna go get it. So now while he has left, and now you're just left with me, I'm gonna tell y'all, keep supporting the franchise. We want this thing to go good. We gotta put our money where our mouth is and support the franchise. Don't be talking crap. Ooh, oh, that's the DX
Sorry,
version,
the whole
huh?
time I just say that again. I couldn't hear you a
That's
lot.
the DX. Oh, I was going on my rant. Support the franchise.
Yeah, it's DX.
That actually looks hecka sick.
Yeah, it has some weight to it. Because of the show now, I'm looking in to get the other parts.
I don't blame you.
It's like
Hey, hey, wait till I think what episode five, six?
I need to put batteries in here.
Oh,
Yeah, looks cool though. It looks a little cleaner, I think, than the
oh
American
yeah, yeah, yeah.
ones. Yeah,
But that's
those
like a
those.
whole company difference thing.
Yeah, Bandai. Like, I still want to get that Q Rex Dragon Zord one soon.
That's
They
dope.
do they do good Zords, bro.
They do. They
Yeah, like
get great
Bandai.
swords.
Yeah, so I'm like, nah, I think I'm gonna get some. But they come in, bro, and I like that they got their own shine.
Yeah,
What do you think about that?
yeah. I like it. I like the cockpit design.
Mm-hmm.
They're all in different ones. anyone can really. I like also too. Anyone can pilot whatever Zord they want.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, Amelia's sticking with that lion, with that red lion, because she told him,
Yeah.
"Hey, whichever we got to get that red line because that's the centerpiece for it." Like she's like, "Y'all can go whichever one's Javi. You want to be in the red one or the black one? That's cool. You want to be in the pink one later on? That's cool too. Or the green, fine. But that red line, that's mine."
But that like that kind of set the tone for some of it. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it did.
Like she basically told everybody like this is what it is.
Well, especially even let's look back. Like, so they get the Zords, they get Javi out of there, they get back to Earth, back to the base and everything. And everyone's all in there. We need to do this, we need to do that. She look at Solon, which by the way, one of my favorite like Ranger ally characters, like tech support, is the
Mm-hmm.
cyber dinosaur,
Mm-hmm.
like Solon. If you when you go back and watch uh Dino Fury, I think you'll understand why. She's great. She's
Oh,
great.
okay.
Like she's one of my favorite like support characters in Rangers. But she like Amelia gave her that look. She's like, all right, let it out because we're taking control. And she just told him, this is what we got to do. This is not what we got to do, but this is what we're doing. She stepped up and was like, nah, this sucks. We took a lot, kind of took a loss, but guess what? We got these Cosmic Zords. We got to beat Zed. We beat him.
And I like that.
Dude, do you know how like Jason esque that is?
Yeah, like um that's what I mean. Like, dude, like she really I thought
Mhm.
personally, she turned it on, bro. Like
And like I
to
told
me.
you too earlier about this, it didn't feel like this didn't feel like a forced thing, like a ooh, Rangers are gonna go woke in 2023 and have a female lead. No, 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 no. No. They've had female Red Rangers before
Mm-hmm.
and female leads. This felt natural. And it wasn't just like a okay, well, if she's gonna be the Red Ranger, of course she has to step up. But like just her delivery, Hunter Dano's like performance in this,
Mm-hmm.
I'd follow her into combat any day. Shoot. She talked to me like that? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Okay. We're gonna be Zed. Okay.
No, you're right though, because like she did a really good job. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I think you're right on that, Marcus. Like she did a really good job. I don't
Yeah.
know what much more we can say. Like, like she did her job and she did it
Mhm.
well. Uh I'm a fan so far, and this is just the first episode. Like, let's hop into the second one.
Dude, starting off,
So
Javi ain't got that arm.
yeah, like he ain't got an arm, bro. Okay, and I like the way they're like, you can't fight right now. Like, you can't. How are you
Yeah.
going to?
Yeah. And it's also one of those things too, where like it's cool having Billy there because you get to see him be this sort of like mentory. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's doing the mentor role very well, like very much as Tommy did with Dr. O, is
Mm-hmm.
where it's like, yes, he is the veteran legend ranger right now.
For
No one's
sure. I
taking
got
that
that too.
no one's taking that away from him, but he also realizes he's got to let these kids do their thing,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Because it's very you can argue that in Dino Thunder, yes, Tommy was the leader, not Connor. Because he was, behind the scenes telling like, hey, we should do this, we gotta do this. But he still let Connor lead though, still let him find
Yeah.
his way. He was
Mm-hmm.
almost just like, I'm not gonna be the leader, I'm just gonna be like the guide. Like I'm gonna make sure we're going in this direction. And that's
Mm-hmm.
very much what Billy's doing, which is great. Because it's like he could come in and take over the thing, let's be real. You get someone like that to come in and take over, like a legendary person like that to come in and
Mm-hmm.
take over, it could happen. But he's
Well,
letting this team be that team, be their own team.
I also thought though too, Marcus, that especially beginning of the second episode, they are down two Rangers.
Yeah.
Actually three.
Three. Three.
They're down three from
They're
the
down
end
their
of
leader.
Dino Fury.
They're down their leader.
Uh-huh.
They're down the Black Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ollie, which is crazy when you think about it. The red, black, and blue, when you got them on the team, those are always your hard hitters.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you've had that combination in Rangers, those are always like your top three, and they're gone now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I feel
Wild,
like
right?
this is that full. When we talk about like come behind fights, this is it, dude.
Oh yeah, that's why like I agree with you and you're like, man, this is like a big time because dude, they're literally it's just now them with Billy. Those
Yeah,
three with Billy and Billy's over here trying to like get someone better. Like as far as like he's trying to like heal someone up, help figure that out like all
yeah,
right, man, like cuz he knows like we need you to go back in, bud. Like
yeah. We're gonna need you. We're facing an all out assault like by Lord Zed.
yeah, who's like the guy, right? Like
So
he
it's
knows
like,
what Lord Zed's all about.
and
So
then
it's like,
Solon is
okay,
over here like, I gotta help with the cybernetics, but I also gotta help develop this cure. She's,
yeah.
and
So
then
that's why I was like, okay, like he kind of knows the deal right now. He knows
yeah.
what's up.
I think
And
what was great about this episode was you started to see all like the personal like effects that that's being like the personal tolls that are being taken on their lives, like on their personal
yeah.
lives. Like Amelia, her boyfriend's evil now, so she's dealing with that. Plus, she's kind of taking on this like she's taking control of the team, so she's dealing with that. Javi lost his
Yes, yeah.
arm, so not only does it's like is it like, well, he like selfishly can't play guitar anymore, but how's he gonna fight with only one arm?
How's he gonna fight with only one
Yeah.
arm?
So you
Exactly.
got Zato gone. You got
Who's the guy
Iz-
who just saved them, by the way, right? Like he's the guy that just saved them all.
yeah, you got Izzy, who is literally about to go to college. Like, first of all, her brother lost her arm, so she has to kind of deal with that. Like, think, what do I tell my parents? First of all, how do we tell our parents? Like, how do we
Hmm.
explain this? Second of all, she's about to go off to college with her girlfriend, so she's dealing this with this whole like big time personal stuff, which I don't think we've ever
Hmm.
really dealt with in Rangers. Like we've had them like, oh, they graduate and then they're going to start to move on with their own lives and that's it. But we're kind of seeing that like kind of she's in that in between right now. Like she's getting
Hmm.
ready to go do this. And then and then there's Ion.
Then
He's
there's
just upset.
Ion.
I mean, I get it that like Zato is his best friend,
Hmm.
but it's like and he lost him, but then he just got him back. But it's still kind of like I always felt kind of like Ion was just kind of there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he's one of those characters that like he feeds off his friend, right?
Yeah.
And without his friend right now, it's actually a fun character for him is that he's kind of lost,
Yeah,
right?
which is interesting because he was, I mean, and when you go back and watch it, you'll see how the dynamic kind of switch and why he's like that. So it makes sense. But I feel at times he's almost just that one that's just kind of there, complain. And you'll see that as this season progresses, it's like everyone's dealing with all this personal stuff, and then yeah, I mean, he's missing his best friend, which is completely understandable, but it's still kind of like, all right, dude, like, come on. So,
Suck it up, bud. Yeah, so that's a great like how they start in the second episode, right?
mhm.
You know, I thought it was just interesting, right? The way they're even like playing off of like acting like one of the parents, right? Izzy's parent, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the shape shifting into that way. Um, Ollie, right? They try to get Ollie back during this episode,
Hmm.
and man, he's still all up in like whatever, like trance or whatever they did to him. So then they're really left, Marcus, right? Like they're really left without people at the time,
Yeah.
you
It's
know, and
really just what, three?
hmm
Izzy, Amelia, Ion, and then Billy.
and Billy even has to help getting the
Like,
Zord.
yeah, Billy's like, I gotta work on Zords. I gotta help on his arm. I gotta,
Like he's doing a lot. Like you said,
yeah.
That Dr. O like spot,
Hmm.
right? Because he kind of has to. He don't really have a choice. But he's having to do all of that all the while like trying to make sure old boy's arm comes back,
Mm-hmm.
which I was like, dude, I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of cool though. Remind me of, like Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like so I was like, that's cool. He looks cool. It adds a adds something to him, right? I think it does at least. You know, and man, like, then they move on to the next part, dude, which like trying to figure out to open up the morphing grid again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
But I
And
think,
then well, go ahead.
and this just kind of hit me right now with like homie losing his arm. And we always
Mm-hmm.
talk about like Rangers has been this like people say, oh, they're like too woke and all. It's like, dude, Rangers has always been like an inclusive. Like you talk about diversity and inclusion, Rangers have always been that. It's always been Rangers. They said best in the 2017 movie: five different colored coins, five different colored kids. That's always been like Rangers. But now it's like I just realized this. Dude, we have an amputee ranger right now.
Yeah.
And like I know how we were talking, like, dude, like you didn't see anybody, like the closest person you had looking like you was Shane in Ninja Storm. Now imagine,
We looked pretty similar too,
hey,
especially the one
yeah, but
point.
guess what? For you, you're like, yeah, you happy about that. But now imagine like some little kid, dude. Because there's that kid, dude, there's that kid at our school. You probably seen him. Homie's got like a little small art.
He's family.
He's family?
That's Alex Barriga, my cousin Victor.
Oh,
It's my first cousin, blood cousin, Alex and Dominic.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
The guys that work out there, that's Alex's son.
Oh,
That's Gabe. He's been going to my brother. Like you've probably seen him in pictures like of Alex and them.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah, that's their son. So like he's like
Oh,
blood. He's blood to me.
well, cool. Well, think of it like this. Now he's got somebody he can look at. You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
it's hecka cool because like they don't
And
do that stuff.
and it's just like stuff like that. Like this is the series. Here we go again, doing something else, And that's
Hmm.
just like really cool. Because the more I get, I'm like stuff like that. That's really good, and that's important for kids.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, this might limit you here, but look what you could be.
Well, yeah, dude, and like that just shows off too. Like we do have technology like that nowadays.
Yeah.
Like for everything. I thought it was cool too, and man, like you said though, I feel like I'm harping on this a lot this episode. Zed,
Go
dude,
ahead.
Zed goes straight to like where their base is,
Because he knows. Zed knows.
but he didn't do that much last time.
Well, no, well, because at first when he was in, like, because I know you watched it. Because I remember when we hadn't even watched, like, I hadn't even watched Dino Fury yet. I only watched because the episode when there's like, oh, Zed's coming back. So I watched that one.
Mhm.
I know you
Yeah.
watched it. I
Uh
mean,
huh.
he knew where the base was, kind of like
Hmm.
the Dino Henge. He didn't get into the base, but like, so he knows where it's at. So that part, and then even when he came back in season two, I don't even think he was messing with it. But like he still knows where they are. So it's one of those things like, because let's be real, when Rangers have always been the most like vulnerable, it's when the base gets attacked.
Hmm.
So
You're right. You're right. You're not wrong about that.
yeah, it's like, how do we make this even better? Like you take out their base.
Hmm. That's a good one, Marcus. And the way he did it too, and I thought it was really cool. Like their powers are stored into these statues.
Yeah.
Dude, he just started taking them out.
Boom.
Ollie
Boom.
proved his
Boom.
allegiance, but Ollie
Boom.
wanted to save that one. It's just his, right?
Bro, Kerry, dude, let's talk about that right now. How
Hmm.
crazy it was. He's like, so Zed takes them all out. They
Hmm.
literally lose their powers right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ollie's is left. And he's like, well, let me serve you. And this is the thing, they're thinking what they did worked. Like I said, the whole Ollie situation, it twists and turns, bro. You
Oh
think
my
it's going
gosh,
one
yeah.
way, and then it goes another way. And then you're like, okay,
Hmm.
well, this is where it's going, but now it's going to go here.
Hmm.
Now, homie's like, let me prove my allegiance to you. Zed's like, show me. Homie takes that sword, chucks it at his lady. Hey,
Yeah.
and not only and it's like a thing. Oh, and it's like, oh, she turned. No, that thing got her, and it showed like it cut her. Now they didn't do no
Mm-hmm.
blood, I get that, but the fact that they still showed like her face
Mm-hmm.
cut up, like he got her, bro. That
It was sick.
that's like that's beyond like, ooh, Billy stabbing Robo Rita, because at the end of the day, that's a robot. And then
Yeah.
blasting her. This is like human, like unmorphed, actual.
Well, and like, bro, they took their powers, right? Like, basically, that took their powers,
Yeah.
and then they escape, right? They escape and they hit the button, right? That they, never wanted to, the red
Mhm.
button, right? Then teleports them, and like they go 30 million light years away,
Yeah.
which is
I do.
wild.
I appreciate the fact that they said, like, where are we? We're on a planet that's hospitable for humans. That's
Oh yeah.
mimic like Earth. Because it's like, how many times do we like on like you hear me complain about this in Marvel all the time? Or they're just on this planet and we're just walking around because we know we can do that. How?
Mm-hmm.
I love that like these massive budget movies ignore stuff like that. But like, here's the small budget Rangers. It's like, oh, just so you know, this planet is inhabitable. We're at least telling you that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the nerd in me is like, thank you. But
I like though. I think the best part, as great as that whole episode was, the ending from Amelia, uh basically was still a leader about how like we can't give up and we got to get
mhm,
through this, right? And that was basically a great ending. Fern coming into, but like, you know like it's a really good, to me, a really good ending, that I think is gonna pay off for them.
yeah. And I will
You know,
say this.
I and I've already started. Obviously, I've finished episode 3, but we're not going to talk about that one here.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in 4 on the next episode. But I thought it was really cool, man. Like, what did you think at the ending?
No, I thought it was really cool. And like to me, like I said, this really felt like the like that moment in the finale in all like season finales. Cause now that I went back, like I've watched it once and now I'm going back and rewatching it again. I see, like I said, I see it now as this is just an elongated season finale.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this is that point in the season finale where they lose their powers and they're beat down, like in space. When everyone's like Zords are destroyed, they're all like the city's basically taken over. This is that.
Mm-hmm.
They have no powers right now. They have no
Yeah.
powers. They literally had to leap 30 million light years away. They're on this deserted planet, have no powers, still down three, oh, now two Rangers. Javi's kind of getting his groove back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But then not only that, you got Fern with you? Now Izzy has her girlfriend. That's a whole other
Yeah.
thing too.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I was like, okay.
And that starts a whole kind of interesting dynamic.
Yeah, for sure, to
Because
say
it's
the
it's it's one
least.
thing, like we've seen Ranger relationships before, you know,
Uh-huh.
and we have always seen the, you know, Ranger is dating somebody or goes on a date with somebody, like Zach had his homegirl that he was getting like the pearl necklace for and had to get the dragon shield. Connor and Dino Thunder had that girl he went to the dance with, and when he got to battleizer to save. So it's like they always had like these sort of like love interests, or like for a
Uh-huh.
couple episodes, like an episode or two, and they may get involved, like not involved, but like they get caught up in a battle and then they
Mm-hmm.
get rescued. But this ain't no like, oh, person I'm interested in. Oh, they're surrounded by putties right now or some foot soldiers. This is my girlfriend is literally who is not a Power Ranger, who is just a normal person, is stranded with us here. So not only do I have to worry about this, let's be real, you're also going to be thinking, crap, I got to keep her safe now too.
And
Whole
like we
other
said,
dynamic.
they're now they're down. They're still down two.
Yeah, they're still down too.
And they got Billy, right? And then like that's a big deal. Mighty Morphin Billy, Blue Ranger Billy.
Yes,
Like
yes,
that's a huge deal. But he's more of a mentor
but
role.
exactly, exactly.
Like he's trying to fill in and do what he can, but he's getting stretched real thin.
So think of it like this: at the end of the day, when this episode ends, the only person that can morph is Billy. If you were just to
Wild.
stop it right here, if this was old school Rangers waiting for an episode every week, once a week on a Saturday morning, we're ending this with they ain't got no powers. They're stranded on this alien planet, and Billy is the only one that can morph if needed. That's insane.
That is wild. It's crazy. And I can't wait to talk about next week. More actually though, I think we are having to take a break on this. Unless we want to do a double. Because we got to talk about 25th anniversary. Maybe we do both. We talk about 25th anniversary and the next Cosmic
Yeah,
episode 3 and 4.
might
What do
as
you
well.
think? Yeah,
I'm
because
down.
I mean, obviously it's gonna be 25th anniversary is sick, right? I mean, it's cool for a reason. Yes, so that'll be easy to talk about,
Yeah,
fun to talk about, but we can also get into this, some more cosmic, so we don't fall behind talking to everybody about it.
yeah,
I think actually one of the cool things we could possibly do leading up to the end of this, maybe once it's all done, is we bring some fans on, people we interact with maybe on Instagram that could
yeah,
come in and we could have a little chat about the season.
yeah.
Because I
I
think
think that.
a big discussion, sorry, I think a big discussion will be what are we doing, was Rangers now doing after?
Yeah,
If anything, right? I
I,
mean,
I
if
think
any.
I think that would be really cool. Get like we wrap up our talk of Cosmic Fury, and then do
Mm-hmm.
like almost like a panel episode.
Mm-hmm.
Get some people hit us up. You
Yeah, I
follow
think that'd
people
be
that
fun.
follow us on Instagram, on YouTube. Hit us up. Let's get your sides of like what you think's going down. That would
Yeah,
be
because
fun.
like, you know, there's a lot going on and we're curious, just like all of you, of like
Mhm.
what's going on, you know? Yeah, I think that would be great. We should probably do that here sooner, well, sooner and later, sooner or later. And I think that'd be really good, dude. I think we should
Yeah,
try that. What do you think?
yeah. I think that'll be dope. We'll put it out there. Almost like a
Yeah.
hey, you want to be on on a future episode of Pod? Hit us up.
Yeah, dude. Like you want to be on the future episode, like you guys, you want to see what's up, you want to talk to us and get on here. Like, let's get it, man.
Yeah,
Let's see. I think that's it, huh?
for the
I think
first two
that's it.
episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it until next week. Next week, man, now we got a busy week, which is good. It's
Mhm.
not a bad thing. It's a good thing. I think it's gonna be good for us too, as well. Like it's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited. Cosmic Fury, like we said, we were stoked about it, right? Remember that last episode we did that one time where we were just like so about it. We're still
Go
about it.
listen to it because your boy messed up the video doing copyright stuff, but you can listen to it. Go find the audio, episode 19.
You can do it right now.
Trust.
The process. All right, man. I started us off getting hot about Kobe Bryant. You could end it by talking about who knows what pizza pockets. I don't know.
It's your boys. It's Richard. It's Marcus. And we got the Master Morphers.
Yeah,
And we watching Cosmic Fury.
yeah.
And we having a hell of a time. So much so, you say it's out of this world. And what's another word for that? Cosmic. Because we ranges of the grid. We got it. Grocery bag.